sometimes when we're dealing with these very abstract notions such as free energy and entropy, it helps if we have not only an example, but a sort of practical, real-world analogy. So just an hour ago, I had a chance to talk in a colleague's class about the subjects that we were discussing here involving CORTECONs, free energy, entropy, and such. And one of the analogies that just sort of popped up spontaneously had to do with entropy. And there I was, with caffeine, but still not quite as focused as usual. And I was trying to explain why free energy is important to neural networks. And this is what came. Now, especially because we're talking about the notion of entropy in the context of an energy-based neural network system, such as the Boltzmann machine, where you have a distinction between latent nodes and the input layer nodes or the pattern nodes. This is called a pattern because if you're doing an autoencoder, what you're doing is regenerating that pattern out of whatever you can put in to excite the latent nodes. And the same is going to hold true with CORTECONs, that grid layer that is governed by the cluster variation method is again a set of latent nodes. So here we go, entropy. If we haven't met so far, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Aliana Marin. I'm the founder and chief scientist of Themesis Incorporated. We're a boutique AI research and development company, and we've been bringing to light some new advances suitable for artificial general intelligence. So please check out our blog post on our website. That's www.themesis.com. We've got a lot of goodies there to share with you, including links to code. So that's where it's starting to get a lot of fun. Back to entropy. So the notion that I came up with during this conversation is this. Suppose that you are on the faculty of a university, such as I am with Northwestern University's Master of Science in Data Science program, and suppose that the faculty are chatting together and saying, wow, we could create this new course on this topic. It would be so cool, and it's very much meeting the topics that are being discussed today. So, for example, variational inference would be a great topic to offer. Suppose that the faculty are the latent nodes or the feature detection nodes in the system, and we're picking up on inputs, but that taken together define features that are important and interesting. And we're actually having crosstalk, which doesn't exist in Boltzmann machines. It exists in Boltzmann machines, but not in the restricted Boltzmann machine, therefore not in any of the deep learning methods. It does exist in CORTECONs. One of the reasons that we're talking about the entropy function, the whoop, actually that's the negative entropy, is that it stabilizes dynamics. So suppose that we're talking about this fabulous new idea for a course. It's like we're getting so excited. Our dynamic processes are increasing. We're about to have a neuronal avalanche spasm and say, oh yes, let's do this thing. Okay, what brings these neuronal avalanches back down to center, to a stable point, is the negative entropy, that bowl-shaped negative entropy. In the case of this analogy, what that entropy term would look like, because entropy is distribution over multiple energy states. And the deepest point, the minimum on your negative entropy, is when you have the greatest distribution over all possible states. That is, everybody's voices are being heard and served in the appropriate proportions to which they exist in the system. That's why, by the way, it's so important to create a complete training data set, non-biased, all of that, especially when you take it into these energy-based systems. You want to have representation across all the possible states. In our situation, just by analogy, it would be, are we really meeting the needs of all the students? So when we look at our students, and we get to know them over the course of a quarter, and we learn their interests, their background, their needs, their career goals, what they're choosing as projects, which are all very interesting and diverse, and they're going in very different directions. There's a very diverse set of interests. Taken together with all of that, they define the entropy for the system. And if we were to say, wow, these great ideas, what grounds it is, we need to bring the free energy of the system, that would be the great ideas, combined with the interest of the students as expressed by a negative entropy curve into a minimum, that is the equilibrium point that best satisfies everybody. So it was just an off-the-wall thought. I had it during the sync session where I had a chance to share some of the newest ideas on CORTECONs, and I wanted to share it with you before the thought proved too elusive and floated away.
Do be sure to join us, especially since we're starting to offer code releases. We'd love to have you have a chance to play, especially over this upcoming holiday season. Please go to Themesis, go to the About page, scroll down, find the opt-in form, opt in, do the confirmation email, and please make sure you move the Themesis emails to your preferred folder so you get the latest word. We look forward to staying in touch with you.
Thank you for joining me. We look forward to seeing you again soon at Themesis. Have a lovely day.